We live in a world where they want you to dress down. They want you to hold your tongue. They want you to slick back your hair in a bun, straighten it, whatever, to make you fit into a room that you were never meant to be in to begin with. They didn't make space for you, because if they made space for you, they wouldn't want you to shrink. They made a box and said, you're allowed to go if you'd like. You're taking pieces of yourself out to fit in that box, because the box was too small to begin with. The box was their palette. Hey Key Club, welcome back, and if you're new here and not part of Key Club, get yourself a key card and join Key Club. It is the best club on the internet. We talk, we chit chat, we have a good time, we vibe. I promise you, it is going to be the best decision you make today. So get yourself a key card, subscribe, and join Key Club. But today we're going to be talking about something that's a little bit closer to heart. Confidence, how to build it, how to develop it, how to go through it. Because I'm telling you, as somebody who lives in the skin of someone who is notoriously known for being misunderstood intentionally, I'm letting y'all know that confidence is not something from the weak. I'm telling y'all that a confident person is one of the strongest people you're ever going to meet. And I'm letting you know today that it is okay to not be confident. But I'm also telling you that right now, today, is your last day not being confident. It's your last day not knowing who you want to be. It's your last day. We're not going to keep running through the rest of the year, the rest of your life, not knowing exactly who you are and holding a strong hand to it. So we're going to start with why confidence is lacking. We live in a world, in a society where you develop body languages, your tones, the way that you speak, how you articulate. All of those things come from somebody's reaction. How palatable you can be to somebody else. And that's why it defeats your confidence. Because your confidence comes directly from someone else's reaction of you. Isn't that like so crazy in the cabeza? Your lifestyle, how you go through and maneuver in the world, directly stems from how palatable you are to somebody else or were to somebody else. Their reaction changed the trajectory of how you act every single day. That is why it is so important to be secure in who you want to be, because everybody's reaction is not always the best one, and you can't keep internalizing everybody's life and reactions to create who you want to be. For example, as a black woman, and I'm going to keep it a bean with y'all, we are notoriously known for being aggressive. Don't say nothing, she's stuck up. Say too much, she's arrogant. Say too much in a tone that somebody doesn't agree with. Oh gosh, don't even get me started. Y'all, it is a never-ending struggle. You can literally be a shy black girl and they're gonna say you're stuck up. You know how many times people told me I was stuck up? That looked like because I don't talk to people. I used to be really, really shy when I was younger, and people used to really think, no, I really thought you was stuck up. I'm stuck up because I didn't say nothing to you. I didn't even say nothing to you yet. How am I stuck up? Where am I stuck? So I know for a fact that when people look at you and they take one look and they fit you and mold you into a stereotype, or they mold you into what they know, it's very hard to come out of it, and that defeats your confidence, because nobody's back there rooting for you. Nobody's back there saying, I believe in you. They're just automatically assuming the worst parts of you, and you ain't even shown them that yet. And it's because of a reaction that they got from something else. A perspective that they developed from someone else, and they just run with it. And because they ran with it, it defeats somebody else's confidence. So what you do when someone shows you exactly how they feel about you or how they see you, you shrink yourself. You shrink yourself to fit into the lifestyle that they see for you. You're trying to fit that aesthetic. You're trying to fit that lifestyle, so that when somebody else sees you, you're more palatable, and that is what you internalize as they like you. But no one who actually likes you would want you to change exactly who you are to be somebody that they want you to be. No one who actually likes you is going to make you change exactly who you are to be someone they would rather you be. As humans, we are multidimensional. You can care and not care about someone's opinion of you at the same time, depending on what it is. I care how my best friend sees me as a person. I do not care how she sees my hair. I mean, I do, but you don't have to care. I care how somebody who knows me sees my hair, because you know if it really fits me and my face and my style. I take your opinion into account, but I don't use it as my sole reasoning to do something or not do something. Like, if I want to cut my hair, I'm going to cut my hair whether you want me to cut it or not. But I'm going to hear your opinions. Why shouldn't I cut it? Because you love your hair so much. You talk about it all the time. You take care of it. Now you want to cut it? It's like they try to unpack what you're going through. A best friend. Not a regular person, but a best friend. They will try to unpack what you're going through to see if you're making sure that this decision is what you really want to do and not just spontaneous. Because hair is something serious. To me. But hair is something serious. So I take into account the person that's giving the opinion, the person that's giving the input. But at the end of the day, you can like and dislike, want and not want, encourage or not encourage the same thing at the same time. Those two can exist simultaneously. So if I want to hear somebody's opinion on something, I'll ask them. Now, sometimes I get opinions that I didn't ask for, and depending on the person, I'll take it into account or not. But if you give me an opinion, it will never be the sole reason for my decision. My opinion of myself and who I want to be on the basis of the person I want to become will be the sole reason for this decision. And that is how you guys need to think. We live in a world where they want you to dress down. They want you to hold your tongue. They want you to slick back your hair in a bun, straighten it, whatever, to make you fit into a room that you were never meant to be in to begin with. They didn't make space for you, because if they made space for you, they wouldn't want you to shrink. They made a box and said, you're allowed to go if you'd like. That's like somebody inviting you out and they didn't invite you out. You invited yourself. They said, you can come if you want. No, I don't want. I don't want. You didn't invite me. Because if somebody didn't invite you, they didn't make the proper space for you to actually fit in it. You're taking pieces of yourself out to fit in that box. Because the box was too small to begin with. The box was their palette. The box was their palette and you tried to fit in it because you didn't see yourself outside of it. But the fact of the matter is that you are an entire universe within yourself. And all they gave you was a box. Y'all gotta let this sink in. These people don't want to see you as the person that you were meant to be. These are the people that want to see you big but not bigger than them. Doing well but not better than them. You have to watch out for these kinds of people because that's what breaks your confidence. That's what breaks the person that you were meant to be. By internalizing things that you were never meant to hear in the first place. You see, the thing about palettes is that it is based off of things that you had before. The only way to develop your palette is to keep trying new things. If you've had cheese before and you've had bread before, it is likely that you're going to like pizza. If you've never had curry before, you're automatically going to rule out curry chicken because you've never had anything like it. And then when you get it, you're going to take out the vegetables and take out the peas and take out the... You're taking things out that you've never tried before because you don't know that you're going to like it or not because it's never been on your palate. You have to try things in order to know if it is palatable. This isn't about food. Y'all are letting people who have never tried to experience your life and energy before tell you how to feel about yourself. They're picking you apart before they even got a chance to see who you really are. And y'all are letting them because you don't have that confidence. To say if they don't see me as who I am and accept me as who I am, then they don't like me. And that is okay. But they don't even know that they don't like you because they never tried you before. But you can't force everybody to try everything that they don't know. That's just the reality of life. But what you can do is stand 10 toes on who you are and who you want to be. So what I'm saying is not to stop listening to people and their opinions, but stop listening to people who've never experienced the life that you've lived and tell you how to live it. People who never walked 2 steps in your feet trying to tell you how to walk a mile? Are you crazy? Are they crazy? Stop being palatable to people who have never tried to try you. Stop being palatable to people who've never took the time to experience you. Stop being palatable to people who don't take the time to understand who you are as a person, because humans are not at their worst moments who they are, and at their best moments who they are. It is who they are and choose to be every single day. And if you let someone experience you for one time and say no, that's fine. And if you let someone experience you 10 times and decide they love you, that is also fine. But what I will not allow is for you to let people who have never experienced a you, never entered a room with a you, and tell you that they don't like you, and you accept it, and you internalize it, and you disown who you are to fit their own description. That's crazy. Let's not do that. Not at Key Club, not on my channel, and not in this world. And the thing about it is that it is so easy to shrink. You realize that? It is so much easier to just be palatable to another person's taste buds than to be exactly who you are in confidence. Because to be exactly who you are is to defy the odds. It's to say, I don't accept that. And to keep pushing as who you are meant to be. That is exactly why they look at black women as something that they are not. Because it is easier to depict them as the angry black people that they are. The angry, the aggressive, the everything negative. It's so much easier to put them into that description than to understand who they are. Because black women have been through a lot. I've been through a lot. I know what it is like to be looked at as something that you are not. But I'm telling you right now, when you walk with confidence, they can never take that away from you. Now, this is not just for black women. But as a black woman, that's where I can speak from. It is hard to take who you are and be it boldly, unapologetically, with a plethora of people who don't like it. And an even bigger plethora of people who despise it. But you gotta be you. And you gotta love you. Because if you don't love you, I'm telling you, if you don't love you, you will never find that love anywhere else. You cannot fill a void of not loving yourself with other people loving you. It just doesn't work that way. That is not how the world is made. You have to love you first and everybody else is second. It doesn't matter how much somebody else loves you. If you do not love yourself, you will always lack confidence. If you do not love yourself, you will never see why it is so important to not fit everyone's palate. You need to love you, and you need to see you as the best version of yourself every single day, regardless of what step you're taking right now. Whatever season you're in right now. No one is going to come and give you permission to make yourself feel seen. You need to do that for yourself. And if you're ready for that, here are 3 ways you can start today. Number 1, get comfortable with being unapologetically yourself. Which means when someone says you're being too loud when you're laughing, or you're being too bold with your look, allow yourself the grace to understand that it's gonna hurt when someone says it, but to not revert back to who you were anyways. Not to go back in your shell anyways. Continue to be who you chose to be that day anyways. Because a lot of the time, people just get hit with a taste that they've never tasted before and automatically categorize it into something that they don't like. And the thing is that it's not that they don't like it. It's that they are unfamiliar with the flavor, that they just categorize it as something that they don't like. But when they try it again, they realize, oh, it's not that I don't like it, it was just bold. It's not that I don't like it, it was just robust. You have to give people a chance. Well, you don't have to. You don't have to give people a chance to do anything. Once somebody makes you feel a kind of way, you don't got to give them anything. You gave them a chance. But you can give somebody a chance to try you again. To try and understand you again. And try to unpack you again. Unpack you. Unpack you. You hear me? Unpack you. Not decapitate you. Unpack you. Not disintegrate you. Unpack you, which means it's still there. It's in the suitcase. It's out the suitcase. It's in the closet. It's out the closet. but it's still in the room. You getting me? Okay. Number 2, start listening to you again. That little voice inside your head, start listening to her again. Because let me tell you something. When you start shrinking that part of you, you start forgetting that that is exactly who you are. You start forgetting that who you once were has always been who you were. You just along the way shrunk that person and forgot that that is exactly who you are. So when you start acting like that again, it starts feeling like, oh, I'm unlikable. I'm going back to the ways that I didn't like. No, you're going back to who you are. Now, I'm not saying that every version of you in the past is the best version of you, but I am saying that the parts of you that you shrunk to be tasteful to somebody else's view is not who you are meant to be. You need to now shrink that part of you and open up that other part of you and bring her along. Because she misses you. You need to go say hi. Confidence grows in private before it grows publicly. So you need to be journaling. You need to be having a positive affirmation conversation with yourself. You need to be sitting there and saying, I am her. I am the best. I am love. I am wealth. I am all other things that you wish that you were or know that you are but forgotten. You need to make sure that who you are in private is 10 times bigger than how you want to portray yourself in public. Because when you go into public, naturally you become a more secure person of who you are. It always happens. It's not that you don't want to show who you are, but you recognize time and place. So who you are and the privacy and the comfort of you being by yourself needs to be 10 times bigger than how you want to portray yourself in public. Number 3, and this one is going to hit home for a lot of y'all because y'all keep going on Instagram. Build the life that reflects you. A lot of the time, people are shrinking because they are developing a life that fits into somebody else's version of success, somebody else's version of luxury, somebody else's version of good. Find the lifestyle, find the clothes, find the routines, find the ones that make you feel like you. Which means if you do it, does it feel like you or does it feel like Jada Wada? Ask yourself, because a lot of the time we're doing things just because we saw someone else that we love, they're doing it, and then we want to do it. Because if we do it, we'll be just like them and they're confident. So if I do what they do, I'll be confident. No. You need to do what you do so you can be confident. That's how confidence works. Because if you keep doing things that you see somebody else do that makes them feel good, you're going to sit there in a void trying to figure out why you don't feel like them. They are doing what makes them feel best. You cannot do what makes somebody else feels best and think you're going to feel best. Because that is not what makes you feel best. Because you didn't live the life that they lived. You lived the life that you lived. Everybody has their own love language. Everybody has their own way of interpreting the world. So your version of interpreting the world is what you need to use to develop you. I hope y'all are following because I feel like I'm being clear as day. All I'm saying is that you were born enough. The world is better when it's a full version of you, so keep fighting to be that version. But I love y'all, and if you made it this far in the video and you did not subscribe, you're a hater. I need you to subscribe right now. Follow me on Instagram at Makita, MAK3DA_. Follow my business page on Instagram at luxempulse, and follow my business page on TikTok at luxempulse. And if you still have not subscribed after I just said it before that, y'all are crazy. Stop being a hater. Stop being weird. Subscribe. Key Cup. Best cup on the internet. Love y'all. Beep.